All right, welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Michael Carey of TobyChristie.com, as well as I don't know what else the hell he does. Michael, how are you, man?
I'm good, Casey. I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
So first off, tell everybody kind of what you do.
So I am a reporter and an editor for TobyChristie.com. It's one of the fastest growing media websites in the NASCAR industry. We've had incredible growth over the last 2 years. I just came on in September. Toby wanted to expand his staff, so he brought me on. A lot of my focus was on the production side of things, the paint scheme stuff, and it was a good match. So that's how we got to where we are.
So I know I know you like to tweet about those paint schemes and stuff. What kind of got you all into those?
I think just as a kid, I mean, when you first look at NASCAR, I mean, the first thing you see are, if you're a 3 or 4 or 5 year old, you see pretty colors going really fast on the track. So I was hypnotized by Jeff Gordon's Rainbow Warrior car from the late 90s and even in 2000. Um, so really, that's where it started for me. I've always had such a deep fascination for the design aspect of NASCAR. I did want to be a designer for a little bit, but I'm actually colorblind, so that kind of shelved, that dream. But yeah, I've just always had such a great respect for the designers. They're putting in hours of work. Everybody loves to see the paint schemes. Like, wow, that's a really cool looking car. But I always want to know who's actually designing that car, like who's putting in the time, who's putting in the effort. So the love's always been there. And just as I've gotten older and more into the sport, I've met a lot of great designers, and that only made my love grow even more.
Well, kind of looking at, are you surprised by how fast your career has grown in the sport?
Um, yes and no. I would say yes, because I kind of always figured me and Toby would end up linking up somehow. I mean, I spent years in college on TV. I did radio work for them. I did writing for Temple. And then I kind of just took NASCAR on my own. I was just tweeting out my own updates. I wasn't really writing anything. And then once Toby got a hold of me and, we started working together, my name got further out there. And really, I've been working behind the scenes since 2018. I got to work behind the scenes with Fox and NBC, traveling to races all over the country and helping the broadcast crews pretty much build up, the TV compound at each racetrack, tear it down. I get to work beside, people like Jeff Gordon, Mike Joy, Rick Allen, Dale Jr., the camera guys, the reporters. So it's kind of funny to see the progression. I just want to be on the other side of that camera. But I'm only 24, and hopefully there's a great career ahead of me.
Yeah. Okay, so I know there's a lot going on in NASCAR right now. Of course, today. I know we got Martinsville coming up, and I know there's a bunch of also other things that are going on and stuff. Of course, so we know when the Gen 5, the next gen cars are going to be, announced. I feel like I'm dating myself. Um, so yeah, I feel like I'm Jimmy Johnson last year. Um, you know,
Oh man, solid burn.
yeah. So I know everyone's excited about the next gen car getting. It looks like the Ford, Chevy, and Toyota car are going to unveiled at one place at one time. That's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, and fingers crossed I might be able to go to that. We're working behind the scenes to make that happen. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm very excited for the next gen car. I really feel like, compared to like Gen 4 to the COT and then the COT to the Gen 6 car, yeah, they were good evolutions, but never a revolution. This car is going to be a revolution. There's the rear diffuser that's coming. We got the hood vents. The exhausts are going back outside each side of the car. You have the single bolt wheels. This car has a lot to it. I mean, this is really throwing out the design book, and they started fresh. And I'm extremely excited to see, instead of seeing the test photos at one car, I want to see all 40 on track at one time, get that first sound, and see how they race.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting. I think it's also the first in-person media thing that NASCAR has done in a while, so it's going to be definitely going to be
Yeah.
interesting for sure.
So we'll see how
Um,
that goes.
yeah. So Martinsville is coming up. Everybody loves Martinsville. What's it going to be like? We got the Xfinity Series, we got the Dash for Cash, and then we got the Cup race. What's it going to be like heading into Martinsville this weekend?
Well, I think heading into Martinsville, it's on the Cup side at least. A lot of the typical front runners, I think you're gonna have Keselowski at the front, probably Truex, Ryan Blaney. A lot of guys, even William Byron. They've had some good numbers the last couple seasons, and I'm particularly looking at Brad Keselowski to get his first win of the season in Martinsville this weekend. As for the Xfinity Series, you got Dash for Cash. You got the Daniel Hemrick and the Noah Gragson rivalry picked back up today a little bit. Noah was on a call today saying that he was going to call Daniel and sort things out. But you put $100,000 on the line at a short track like Martinsville, someone's going to get into it with somebody, and there's going to be some drama. It's all about the money. So I think the Xfinity Series is going to be a lot more dramatic and a lot more action packed on the Cup side. But regardless, it's Martinsville and it's under the lights. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, and also Ty Gibbs is going to be in the Xfinity race too. Don't forget that.
That's true. And surprisingly, I'm not sure if there's a reason why this is happening, but he doesn't have a hood sponsor. I thought that was kind of strange. Um, I'm not sure if there's something more to that, but as of right now, going into Martinsville, he does not have a hood sponsor.
That's interesting. Um, yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. Maybe it's something bigger to come. You never know.
I think it's a surprise of some sort, but I can't say yes or no to that.
Okay. And of course, we got Xfinity. We also got trucks next week. And if you talk about there's going to be drama and excitement. The trucks are drama and excitement once we go to Richmond next week.
Yeah, Richmond. I'm really excited to see the trucks go back to Richmond. That weekend in particular, I'm very excited for just because, a couple of my designer friends have some cool paint schemes going on track. You might have saw yesterday that Ryan Truex and Marquise Hot Tubs are celebrating 900 wishes granted in partnership with Make a Wish. So Ryan's going to have all 900 names of the recipients between Marquise and Make a Wish on the bed of his truck. He's going to have Andrea, who was the very first recipient to wish for a hot tub when she was fighting an illness. So, and Emily Butler did a great job with that truck. Truex Management Group, that's a great initiative. Like I said, I'm very excited for Richmond overall. That's one of my favorite tracks to go to. And short track racing. You can't tell me much better than that.
Yeah, you got an interesting set of races right there, and you never know what's really going to happen with all that. But yeah, it should be exciting to see NASCAR get up there as we come off of I think we all needed a week off after the Bristol dirt race, because there was a lot coming from that, because the thing is, on one side you have absolutely everybody that loved it, and then on the other side you have everybody that absolutely hated it and doesn't want to see it again. It's like,
so I'll admit I was not looking forward to the dirt race for the Cup Series at all. I think a lot of fans were going into it thinking it was going to be like dirt late models where they go into the corner at high speed and they're quite literally drifting through the corners. I really thought that is what some fans thought. And I think some of them did, but I thought the race was a little bit too long, just my own opinion. I thought it was a little bit too long. And I really wish they would move the race to, like, I would say 4 or 5 o'clock and have it end at night, because I feel like when the lights come on, that might help with the dust problem a little bit.
yeah.
Because the spotters can't see. You add some light to it, that might change things. I'm not entirely sure. But now the fact that they did the race, it seems successful. Now it's time to learn, what can we do next year to improve, things like all the dust kick up and even, track preparation. That was a big thing between the Truck Series and the Cup Series, was track prep.
Well, of course. Yeah, it's definitely a lot to learn from that race. So, particularly. Also, all right, I figured I'd ask you. I won't pick the races because obviously I do the previous show with Jonathan Fiel, and which will be tomorrow. But who are your picks this weekend?
Oh man. Ah, I I really feel like Keselowski is going to come out and get his first win this weekend. I mean, Martinsville has been a great track for him the past couple seasons, but even guys, like Truex, for example, Truex might sneak one in too. He might become the first multi-winner this season. As for the Xfinity Series, I feel like you can't really bet against Austin Cindric, but I always feel like with the Dash for Cash races, you kind of have to pick one of those main four guys. So if I have to go that route, I would probably say I think Noah Gragson is in the Dash for Cash this year at
Yes.
Martinsville.
Yeah.
I would say him. I mean, he did win there before in the Truck Series. He threw up after the race. So I would say Noah Gragson and Keselowski are my picks for this weekend.
All right. Okay. All right. Michael, thank you so much for coming on, man. Best, anytime you ever want to come on, let me know.
Absolutely, Casey. Appreciate you, bud. Thank you.